Imagine if you could have any artist you wanted as your art mentor, alive or dead, without them even knowing that they were. And would you consider selling your art for fake money? That's just what I'm doing. When I'm stuck on something or need a bit of advice, I just ask my virtual art mentors. Now, these can be any artist you want. I've picked people who are really good at art marketing. And it's based on a prompt I found on a podcast called Marketing Against the Grain. Brilliant, brilliant podcast. I'll link it below. And then I can just ask them any question I want. I've set this up as a project in ChatGPT. And you can see I've got the prompt here, and then I've got my list of artists that I want to be my mentors. And then I've also attached a file which just is a general bio about me and the projects I'm working on. I was on a call with a group of artists the other day, and we were talking about how hard it is to price your work. Do you start low and work your way up, or do you start high like you're already successful? Now, there was no clear answer. Some were aiming high straight away, trying to attract serious collectors. Others were playing the long game, starting low, building awareness of their art, and raising prices slowly. Now, I don't know the answer, so let's ask my virtual mentors. So let me read a few of them out. So I've got fake Sophie Tea, and she says, price it like it's worth thousands. Starting low sets a precedent that's hard to undo. Your job isn't to convince people it's worth more later. It's to own the value from day one. That doesn't mean lying or inflating. It means showing the journey, the obsession, the why behind the price. Action. Start with bold pricing, but make your brand, storytelling, and visibility match. Show them why it's worth it. Fake Banksy. Subvert the whole thing. Price it high, but make the pricing the statement. This painting is £10,000, or free if you can explain why. You're not just selling art, you're provoking thought. Action. Make the price a punchline. Let it challenge people's ideas of worth. Fake Mr. Doodle. Repetition builds value. Start wherever, but show up again and again. A single piece priced at £10,000 might get ignored, but a world built over time with consistency, that earns belief. Action. Create a recognisable series, price bold, but more importantly, build the world it lives in. Let's try another one, and this time, let's make it one I think a lot of us have a problem with. How do you make yourself more visible when no one seems to be noticing your art? Fake Eddie Gangland. Visibility ain't passive, you steal it. Go where the eyeballs are, physically if you have to. Wear the artist sweatshirt to a high street cafe and sketch. Leave a business card with a scrawled note. Create a fake ad poster for your art like it's a Netflix show. Slap it on a lamppost. Stick wanted bold collectors signs near posh neighbourhoods. QR code goes to your site. You don't wait for attention, you hijack it. And when they ask, who the hell is this? Now you got 'em. Fake buff monster. Merge art and merch. You want visibility? Stick your face literally on postcards, temporary tattoos, t-shirts, stickers. Hand them out like candy at markets or cafes. Bonus, QR code on the back equals instant traffic. Collectors aren't just online, they're everywhere. So be everywhere they are. Whether it's actually what they would say, I have no idea. But what it is a various different opinions all on the same subject, which is really, really useful. So this is where I got to last time on my solo doubt painting, but it all felt a little bit static, not like there's a battle going on with doubt here. So I've been playing around on my iPad. I took a photograph of this, and then I've been trying to work out how I can get the feel I want. I want a real graffiti vibe. So I've been playing with having symbols and black marks up here, down here. And now I think I've kind of got an arrangement I want, so I need to try it. I wish I'd just raised my easel up because this is killing my back. So what I'm trying to work out now is what to use to do the black kind of graffiti marks. I've got these Posca paint markers, which give quite a decent black. And then I've got thinner uni pin. These are permanent black pens. I've also got these black pencils that give a really nice kind of scratchy line. You can actually add water to them as well if you want. I've also got my near colours, so I've got so many choices. And what I think I'm going to do is start with a pencil, see kind of look like gives, and then I might work into it with some of the other materials. I started by mapping out the general shapes with the pencil. Then I moved on to the Posca paint markers. They give a much blacker line. But when I'd nearly finished, I felt like the black marks were slightly overpowering the doubt creature, so I toned them down with a bit of grey near colour pastel. I'm really pleased with the grungy graffiti look. It's quite different from me after painting a lot of faces. I hope whoever submitted the anonymous doubt that's written in the doubt creature really likes it. I'm about to start the painting that I'm going to sell for £10,000 in Monopoly cash. But I have been procrastinating so much this morning. First of all, I found another photo for reference, even though I'd already found one yesterday. I decided I didn't like it. Then I changed my mind about my sketches, decided that it wasn't quite right, so I did some more of those. But really, all I was doing was procrastinating because I was scared to start. I was worried it wouldn't live up to my expectations, and this really means a lot to me and I want it to be good. So fingers crossed, I'm going to make a start and I'll explain a bit more about the project while I'm painting. I saw Monopoly was releasing a cashless version this August and it got me thinking about value. Who actually decides what something's worth? Why can two similar paintings sell for wildly different prices just because one artist is famous? This painting is my public declaration. I believe my work will be worth £10,000 one day, and if I don't back myself, who will? So here's the idea. I'm inviting people to send me £10,000 in Monopoly money, along with a note explaining why they want this piece. But first, of course, I had to create the painting. What I'm doing now. And yeah, I'm nervous. I've reached that stage, which is like the gremlin stage of a painting, when you don't know if it's actually going to work or not. So I have my fingers crossed for this one. You never know how people will react to something like this, especially because I've only got a really small audience. But I've decided to be braver, to take more chances with how I market my art. Not just to make it more fun for me, but maybe to give you a nudge too. If you've got a wild idea you've been too scared to try, maybe now's the time. And if you want to know when the painting's available, there's a link to my newsletter in the description. I'll be letting everybody know there. Next time, what happens when I wear clothes saying that I'm an artist for 2 weeks? Will anyone notice? Will anyone say anything to me? Also, what's next for selling the painting for fake money project? And I'm hoping to get some sketching done if I get time.